Oh, damn it!
What are you doing in my swamp?
I got you, homie.
Scorpio, how you doing? Sorry if you can hear a vibrating go. Sorry if you can hear a vibrator. Can you hear a vibrator?
Excuse me.
Sorry if you can hear a vibration or what is going on, Scorpio. Well, Scorpio, Aries, or Life Path 4. Okay, you or them, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Justin, Jack, Jasmine, Jack. Everybody's got an M in the name or J in the name. But if you can hear anything in the background, it's not a vibrator. It's actually the air conditioner. So if you can hear a vibrating, you might need to speak up a little bit because someone could be deaf. Steph, Jeff, Steve, Sarah, Sassy, Sandra, Cassano, gambling, addict. Addiction. Addicted to the dick is what we're addicted to my dick. You could be interpreting something, or interpretation, or like prediction. I predict there may be a dick somewhere. A dick pic. Some of you might be giving or getting dick pics. I don't know, but I'm hearing Pictionary dick pic or something to do. Unless your name's Dick or Richard. I really don't know, because Dick is short for Richard. Or a short one or a small one? Richard? Small, I don't know. Okay, let's back off from your reading, Scorpio, of whatever it is that I'm hearing of vibrating and Pictionary.
WBEU. And now for something sedate and tranquil.
A few moments later.
Let's put it that way. I'm making a collage of, like, wands. I've got a collage and a back catalogue of wands and Leo or Aquarians. Leos. I've got some horses. Someone could have quite a bit going on here. So, or Ron. I don't know. I'm going to run Life Path 7 Cancerian. Let's move on from your actual channel messages, Scorpio. Okay, because it might be someone's private life, because I'm hearing, look, shh, mum's the word, this is private, just between me and you. So, is anyone else going to see it? And you're like, well, no, well, people have seen it, but they're not going to see this one. You're like, okay, so what do you want to see then? And you're like, well, Lucy or Laura or Lucifer or a Capricorn or Gemini. You're like, well, I'm not vinegar and I'm not even vanilla. So you might as well just call me ice, baby. And you're like, that's a little bit ice cold. What is it, Life Path 5, Sagittarius or Taurus? I don't know, something's hot. It's kind of like this energy of the sun, of Aquarian or Leo, right? But Leo. It's kind of like, okay, that's a little, let me put my finger in there and taste that, right? And that's a little bit cold. Let me taste that. That's a little bit hot. That is just right. So you might be dealing with a 3. If I say 3, Pisces or a Life Path 3, 1, 2, 3, swinging on a tree. And then you're kind of like, well, I'm going to have to taste all of this pudding. So you're kind of like, well, that one tastes a little bit off, but that one is a bit off, but damn, that one tastes perfect. So it's kind of like taste testing bowls of, I don't know, food or, I don't know, a Tesla, a car. You're probably going to take something for a ride or a... See, why is all your messages going phallic, Scorpio?
I'm going to take you for a ride in my big car with my drive shaft.
Like, I don't know. I mean, if this isn't you, it's someone else. But they seem to be enjoying themselves, whichever way, or the name Joy or Jada or Jason or everyone's got J in the name. But, like, I'm going to take your joystick for a ride. I mean, are you addicted to computer games and your joystick? Or, like, can I put it in drive? Like can I leave your joystick?
It's like, the joysticks come off in my hand. Like, what is that? And it's like, it's going to be a fish, right? I've got a big one.
It's like, God damn, it's got a big old fish. It's like, go on, Chavi, hold on to that thing. You're like, I'm going to hold on. Go on, hold on. It's like someone going for a cowboy ride. Or like, yeah. You're like, hold on, we're going. It's like, starts jolt and turn everything. Like, woo, let's go. I mean, what the fuck? Someone's enjoying themselves anyway, Scorpio. So, now we're over with the fun part, going for a cowboy ride. Then let's just see, like, come join the joyride. Join the joyride. Do you want to join me when I have a ride? I mean, are you having a third, like, threesome? And you're like, would you like to join us while we're having a ride? I mean, I can't get away from the message, Scorpio. Now, any of you that are squeamish, this is not a 14, 15, 16-year-old channel. It's 18s only. Okay, if your sex life is boring as shit, well, then someone's isn't. Okay, so, like I said, it could be self-pleasuring, a rodeo.
No! Yeah! Oh my god!
Type, sort of like, yeehaw! Y'all, what's up, y'all? Yeehaw! Like someone's riding a cowboy hat, in a hat, like, y'all, mom, like, yeehaw! Hey, y'all getting on, y'all? They're like, cool, you got your hat on then? It's like, yep. Is it Jenny? What are you up to, Jennifer? Yeah, only kidding. But like, I don't know, someone's got a hat on and that's it. Like, is that all you got? You're like, yep, I've just got a hat and that's it. Yep, just my hat. And you're like, well, fuck, come on in. They're like, come on in. Like, I mean, is it a brothel? Like, what are you wearing? Just a hat? Which one? Well, the one that's just on top of my head. What's that, a condom or a hat? You're like, that's a hat. So it's got a hat on it. Put a helmet on it. Helmet, hat. Fuck, I'm moving on, Scorpio. So for the person that asked, are you doing Scorpio readings? I am, yeah. But you guys have really not been participating in my channel. I'm sorry. But the algorithm of YouTube, no matter what you do, because you're a tarot reader, there are certain videos that do really badly. And YouTube says, awooga, awooga, awooga. Your whole channel is suffering just by a couple of 3 or 4 or 5 people that are like star signs that are not doing anything on your channel. Stop doing them. If you want to do harm to your channel, keep doing them. Right? So it's down to you guys. So you need to participate. You got to smash that like button. You got to watch the video as many times as you can. You've got to try and get it out there as many times as you can. Your readings will always be done canon or Mile, Melissa, Maria, Michael Jackson, Julie, Justin, Jack. They'll always be done over on Patreon, okay? Always. So, let's see. Someone that could be Ginger, always, is Gavin James. So, a G or Gavin James. So, anyone that sounds like that. G or James. G or J. Okay, GJ. G-hey! Yeehaw! Someone's riding on something here. I mean, are you taking horse riding lessons? Yeah. I'm taking riding lessons. I don't know. Anyway, let's get on with your reading. So there's a few channel things that I've got going on for you, for Scorpio Aries. So I also read in numerology. Don't forget you can watch this as Aries, Scorpio, any placement, or fish, Pisces. So I read like that. Okay, Eat, Read, Love, Damien. Damion. But yeah, Scorpio and Aries, they're both 4s. So if you're a life path 4, Aries and Scorpio, you can watch Scorpio readings and Aries readings. Doesn't even matter if it's a Scorpio moon. You can still watch Aries readings because it relates to being a 4. Okay? Right, that's that over and done with. Forja, so driving some sort of like car or driving me crazy. Drive me crazy, I can't help myself. Like something to do with someone's driving is driving me crazy. Like you're driving me up the wall. Like, I have to keep driving here, there, and everywhere to pick you up, to take you, to drop you off, to pick you up, and drop you off, and pick you and drop you. And it's like I'm getting sick of getting in my car and driving, and then driving home and driving there, and then driving back. I mean, it's either to a partner or to work, but I'm getting sick to death of having to keep driving all the time. So you might be indicative with someone that doesn't drive compared to someone that does drive. And the person that doesn't drive is the person that always needs picking up, right? So something like that, right? But there's definitely driving energy here. So let's see. Something to do with your car needs fixing or renting out a motor or something like that, or a motor home, like someone that lives in a mobile home or a motor home, or driving in where I live, like I live in it and I also drive in it. Okay, it's like a motor home or something. Okay, so let's see Scorpio, what they got coming up for July. Please, sorry if I'm hot, but it is really hot in the UK. So again, struggling financially, you or this other person may be finding it very difficult to pick up some extra hours at work. Okay, this is maybe an offer that is given to someone where it's rejected. Like I'm rejecting that offer from someone. Okay, I'm going to say no. I'm going to have to pass, and I'm going to have to collect 200 quid and go straight to jail. Person could be in prison, okay, itself. But like this is like I'm finding it very difficult to make ends meet because everything is so expensive at the moment. So I need to pick up some extra hours at work. If I need this money, I'm going to have to work for it. And I'm going to have to ask for a raise or a higher position in my job. And that might be what someone's going after. Rob or Robin or Robert, okay, or Robertson. Okay, it could be a taxi driver. So you've got Gemini here now, Gemini or Capricorn, because they're both sixes or life path 6. So this is energy here of I've just picked someone up. Okay, like I'm trying to pick you up. It's like, how you doing? It's like I'm trying to give you a pickup line. Maybe a line, doing a line or two. If that floats your boat. Someone's playing with their man in the boat, because this is normally a 6, okay, in a boat, right? And I'm floating around my boat. Like rail moat. Wow, that was a serial killer. Rail moat, I think it was Manchester. I don't know. But like I might have to pick up some extra hours at work this month. Okay, so I might be busy. Okay, and I also might be on this month also. So no sex for you. So something like that. Okay. But I'm also hearing, I want to sext you up all night. So you might be sexting or flirting with someone. But when it comes to money, Johnny, you might not be able to pick up as much as you want here. Like things are not happening quite as quick as you want it to come in, right here. Now, there might be an energy where this is a pick-up line to someone, like, or you might be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius. Okay. Past, present, or future. Let's see. Scorpio for the month of July 2023. So you've got 2 offers here, and both of them are in reverse. Now, this can be you or the other person, but it's like, well, love is on the rocks, Roxy. Love is on the rocks. So love is on the rocks. Ain't no surprise, but there isn't a surprise. It's like, well, I was waiting for a surprise, and it never turned up. So it's kind of like this, like I'm not really making any offers, giving any offers, or even really receiving any. I'm just kind of like single, floating about, doing my own thing, concentrating on work, but that doesn't really seem to be going very far either. Okay, I really don't know whether to make this offer to the past, present, or future or not, but it's kind of like someone might be very emotionally unstable. They could be financially unstable and also physically, like emotionally unstable. This is emotionally unstable and also money being unstable with money as well. But there is love in the middle. There is a connection here, but someone's very emotionally unstable at this time and someone's very financially unstable at this time. And it might be your partner or a future one, okay, where it's kind of like, well, there's a connection, but are your emotions stable enough in order to be able to handle the connection, okay? Don't forget these 2 are upside down, right? They might be facing you upwards, but they are in reverse, okay? Gemini is in the high position. So you've got, see, or a physician, like looking for some sort of like, I don't know, going to a doctor's or a hospital and need to see a physician. Okay, or this is my position. Someone also could be drinking alcohol, drinking like, hello, this is my position. Position 1, position 2. This is position 3. Someone's doing a lot of positions. Put it that way. Like camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, like position 1, woo! Position 2, damn! Like position 3. So it's kind of like this, camera 1, camera 2, and now, it's pretty like what I'm doing here, right? Camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, close-up, extreme close-up. I mean, are you watching Wayne's World? Or are you dealing with someone that's like a foxy lady? Okay, and it's got like F, Steph, G, but it's Jeeves, Gina. But like Sheena, Gina, or Tina, or Cortina. Look at that Cortina. That go like the clappers, bruv. So you could be dealing with something like Landon. You right, sweetheart? What you got? Ford Focus, Ford Cortina. You like the clappers, Dave. So it's a little bit like that, unless someone's got the clap, right? But like, I don't know. It's what I'm hearing. It's not in the cards. But like it's kind of like camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, position 1, position 2, position 3. What role would you like to play? Now it's either like role. See again, I keep going back to it like role play. Okay, like role play. Okay, today I'm going to be this. Tomorrow I'm going to wear this, and then I'm going to wear that tomorrow. It's like, what role do you want to play today then? Okay, Gene Kelly, Keely, Kylie, Kaylee, Casey, someone from Australia. But like, okay, like I am playing role play, and today I'm going to be this, and then tomorrow I'm going to dress up in this, and then that. But there's kind of like maybe 3 people here. Like, well, because it's kind of like looking at someone like position 1, position 2, and this is position 3. What position do you like? Now, it might be where some of you are being offered a job, and you're kind of like, okay, what position do you want to go for? Okay, do you want to go for this job? Do you want to go for that knob or this knob? Like, someone could have 3 knobs or 3 jobs. I mean, is it fucking bedroom and broomsticks up in here? Like, do you want that knob, this knob, or that knob? Or do you want, like, what bedroom do you want me in? That bedroom or this bedroom? Or, I mean, someone could have a very luxurious house here. And like, look, let me take you around and show you around like bedroom 1, bedroom 2. It's kind of like doing it everywhere. Like, okay, we're going to do it in the bedroom. We're going to do it in the front room. And we're even going to do it in the kitchen. I mean, are you like renovating somewhere, or are you having sex in loads of different places, or is it fish place 1, 2, 3, cod haddock, fish place, life path 3 places? But like, okay, so we're going to do it here, we're going to do it there. It's like directing, erecting or directing someone. Like, okay, position 1, position 2, position 3. I want you over there, and I want you over there, stage left, and I want you over there, and I want you doing that. So you might be going for a managerial job, or you are being managed. Okay, so I want you to go and do that, and I want you to go and do that, and I want you to go and do that. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and action. Like Jackson, Julian, Jason, but like action. Like, I don't know why I'm hearing that, because these cards really do not show that, but it's what I'm hearing in the reading. But I'm more psychic than I am a reader, really. Excuse me. Let's see if anything relates to this. Scorpio. What's Scorpio got coming up, please, for July 2023? So you got 9 of Wands. The messages I said are not here. But normally people say, well, I prefer your channeled stuff because that relates more to me than what anything else does. These are a lot of opportunities and people and like single energies and like floating around. Like I'm just floating. Like I'm kind of here and then I'm like over here and then I'm here and then I mean, you might even like say if you're a tarot reader or this person is a tarot card reader, this is like client 1, Clive 2, Clive or Claudia or Clive or Clyde. Okay, but like, or Clyde, just scope, Elijah, or Lee, but like this energy of like 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, and then I'm here, and then I'm there, and then my brain is fucking everywhere. Hopefully somebody didn't get shot and their brain is everywhere. But like, it's kind of like this, I'm pulled in this direction and pulling this off, and I'm trying to pull that off, and I'm pulling like here, and stop pulling me in low. You might have ADHD. This could be mental health. It's the brain of a mental health person here. Like, oh, you keep wanting my attention, and now you want my, now you don't, and okay, now you do, and like, well, there's a new person there, and they want my attention. It's like, oh, well, why don't you fuck off with them then? It's a little bit like that, whether that's happening or not. Where you going, Dave? Over here. Stop following the spirits. Stop following the spirits. I am here. It follows spirits, don't worry about it. But like this, like, okay, so like, you want my attention. Yeah, I want your attention. Like, do you want my attention? Like, yes. It's like, will you pay attention? He's like, God, 1 minute you want my attention, and then the next minute you don't want my attention. 1 minute you want to speak, and then the next minute you don't want to speak. And then we're getting on all right, and then all of a sudden, after a day or two, you're acting like a child, and I just fucking, like, nothing compares to you, Chris Cornell. Like, nothing compares to the fact that 1 minute you're talking like a child, and then we're kind of like thinking about each other, and the next minute you don't want to know. And then you do want to know. And then you don't want to know. And then we're talking, and then we're not. And then every time we do, we end up in a knot like Pisces, and we end up together, but really we are getting absolutely and utterly nowhere. Because when we do talk, this happens. When we communicate, this goes wrong every single time. Now, we are in retrograde. Okay, so there can be energies that are very confusing at the moment of like, which direction do I go in, man? Because the person that I'm with, they talk or act like a child. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Like, where do I focus? Where do I find because like I said, it could be a Ford Focus, could be a car like Path 7 or an actual car. It could be like, look, I'm not picking you up tonight because I am so sick to death of having to keep running around like a blue-ass fly, keep having to pick you up and take you there and pick you up and drop you off and spend gas and spend money, and all I do seem to be doing is everything for you, but you do nothing for me. So it's kind of like that, like nothing compares to you. But it does. Alchemy, Natalie, Snatch. Someone could have a bit of Snatch. But like this, like, or trying to steal something or take something away from someone. Or, I don't know, you could have, like, someone's kind of like, well, I'll take you away from her or him if you like, something like that. But like this, like, you know, you want my attention, I was given to you, but I'm sick to death of running around like a blue-ass fly, having to pick you up and take you there. It's like a mum where their kids say, Mum, can you pick me up? Can you come and pick me up tonight? Can you drop me off here? And you're like, do you realise how much that fucking costs in order to keep coming to pick you up and drop you off and then coming back later and drop you off again? Are you appreciating that or not? Because this is kind of like, well, I ain't going to do that anymore then, and let's see what you're like without that. Yeah, well, you ghost me and you abandon me. Well, you talk like a fucking child. How do you expect me to keep carrying on if you talk like a child? If you act like a child, man, I'll treat you like one, Charmander, right? Or how you do it, right? So please don't take this personally, guys. I am a passionate reader when I get going. So I'm explaining someone's thought process and their love life of the past or present. And if it isn't yours, then watch another number of your reading, right? Numerology or astrology. But it's like we just can't seem to get on the same par. Like, you know, I'm trying to work. Okay, then you continue on with your work and forget me. Don't worry about me. I'll just let you work. Okay, so I'll make an offer. Okay, I made an offer and I've seen it, but I'm not going to reply. You're like, what the fuck would you not reply? Well, I've been sitting here waiting for you to reply. Well, I did. You didn't answer. No, I see it. I could see that you replied, but I'm treating you like a kid. Like, well, why can't you just be an adult and actually just message like an adult? Why can't you talk to me face to face and speak to me like an adult? No, I want to play a game of text message fun. It's like, well, that isn't really fun, is it? Like, yeah, well, you know, you rejected me in the past, so now I'm going to reject you. You told me not to message you. I said, not about not messaging you, Dave. I said, just why? It's like, why do you have to, like, all right, stop messaging me then? Oh, okay, I will. That's what you wanted, isn't it? And you're like, no, all I wanted you to do is just be a fucking adult and actually grow up and say things in a more of an adult way, not stop messaging altogether. I just meant that and then you're kind of like, you're gaslighting me, like, oh, God, man, you're so fucking confusing. Just go away. And you're kind of like, well, that's it, run off and ghost me like you normally do. You're like, it's not about ghosting you. It's about not fucking talking to you because you're a child. You're confusing the shit out of me just over what? Well, 1, 2, aces. Here, Page of Cups, minor arcana, less than minor arcana, minor arcana. But what is this? Major outcome, right? It's like making a mountain out of a molehill, right? Dave, will you focus? What is my own? I've got Scorpio in my chart as well as Aries, so camera 1 focus. Yeah, it's not focusing. I think I said it in the channel message. Don't worry. So like this. I can't seem to focus on you all the time. All you want is me to focus on you, and all you're doing is acting like a child. So what do you want? My attention? Yeah. So what, you're seeking my attention? Yes. Well, I have ADD for one. Oh, well, go and have that then. I won't even talk to you. Yeah, but that's acting like a child, isn't it? So why can't you be grown up and an adult and actually just go with the flow instead of constantly and utterly always getting me to do everything for you? Okay, and then when it comes to actually support, it's like, well, you don't do anything for me. I'll come and pick you up every single day, you ungrateful little shit. Right? Because it could be a child. But like, I come and do all the work. I run around like a blue-ass fly doing all of this stuff for you. I come and pick you up at night, in the morning, in the afternoon. I try to text message you. I've been trying to talk to you, but then even that goes wrong. So what's right? Nothing. Like, I can't do anything right. What do? You focus on the one thing that I'm getting wrong, don't you? All the time. It's not a 10. I am not perfect, right? So what are you going to focus on? Well, all the negative things that you don't do right. I do loads of things right. No, you don't. Well, what are you with me for? Well, I'm not. Well, there you go. Where are you? Split up or about to be. And if you're not, you're definitely, communication is not, deaf. But like, it's like talking to the deaf person. It is. 9, here. What now? Oh, God, well, you don't talk to me as often as I want. Okay, so do you want me to message you in the morning? Yeah, I want you to message me in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. But if you forget, trust me, I'll hold you accountable for that one time that you forgot. It's like, can you remember back in 1956, Dave, when you didn't pick up that? You're like, what? Why do you bring up everything from the past? It's like, but that one time when you didn't do it, you're like, what? It's like, so you forget about all the things that I have done for you, all in an instant of all the things that I have done. You focus on that one thing that I can't do right. Why do you always focus on that? Why can you not focus on the positive instead of the negative? Right? So you're always picking fault. You're always looking at me as if I'm not man enough to be stable. Well, if you're not, then why the fuck are you with me? Well, I'm more than likely not. Right? Yeah. And that's what I'm seeing, Scorpio. Now, if you guys don't like the truth, and this is happening, well, then you can run off and not learn fuck all if you like. But it's about acceptance of both energies. It's about realizing, okay, every time that we talk, we just don't get on. We're like chalk and cheese, Dave. Like, you talk, I listen. You don't listen, I don't listen. You do this, I'm trying to change you to not do it, but you keep doing it. And I want you to be different, and I'm not, because I can't change, because 1, I'm Scorpio or Aries, and 3, people don't when I'm in a commitment. This is the person that you fell in love with. This is the person that I am. So why do you now resent me for being the person that you first met? Well, you've changed. No, I haven't. People don't. Still doing the same thing. Oh, the spark's gone. Well, that does in a relationship. Unfortunately, when you're asked the people that are getting divorced and been married or in a commitment for a very long time, what's it like living on top of one another? Very awkward. So when you get people that want to live with you and you can argue like this just by dating, if this is literally just dating someone, then Jesus Christ. Would you want to get married? No. Would you want a full-time commitment? No. Because if this is just literally trying to be in a relationship, then my God, are you not compatible? But I think both of you actually know this. There's never one person at fault, Scorpio. Okay? You both probably realise that you're probably just trying to control each other's life. Oh, well, I'm at work today. Well, why? Well, you were at work when I tried to talk to you. Yeah, but it's like, oh, no, I'm at work now, I'm going to ignore you. You're like, fuck, that is so childish, man. Why do you do that? Well, you did it. You're like, oh, fucking hell, Tommy, I'm filling up. I don't know what to do with you. I literally don't know what to do. Like, this isn't love. It ain't love. Because if you love me, you won't keep trying to do this. You won't keep arguing with me. You'd be with me. Yeah, but I want you to be. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay, because you're always picking fault. You're always saying that I'm not doing something wrong, or you're gaslighting the energy by confusing it, by keep flipping out, by focusing on the one thing that I do not do as a man or as a woman. It demasculizes someone, or it defeminizes a person, right? You're telling me that to go and fix the television when I'm a fucking plumber. How can I fix a television, Dave, when I'm a plumber? I can't, right? I was like, yes, you can. I mean, what is it, Orville? Right, a lot of you won't know because that's British, right? But like, Orville, who is your very best friend? Why, you are. It's like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Right? Sorry, it was an old green puppet that used to get on my nerves as a child. But like, I don't know, man. It's like being controlled by a puppet master. It's like, yes, master, like Igor. It's like, do this, and it's like, do that now, and it's like, don't keep telling me what to do. I'm a Scorpio. I really do not like being told. Well, neither do I. Well, stop telling me then, man. Stop telling me that the milk's outside, or like, be careful, the window's open when you walk. Fuck, I know, I can see it myself. I can do it myself. Yeah, but I just need to inform you to just tell you not to do it. Like, you're still telling me what to do. You're still trying to demand me what to do. You're trying to tell me not to do this. Okay, be careful you don't fall off that step. I know, you've told me 1,000 times. Be careful that you don't fucking, your dick might fall into someone else. And you're like, well, it happened before, so it's bound to happen again. You're like, oh, you don't trust me, do you? You're like, no. So what are you with me for then? Well, have you got facts? Or are you just like fabricated up and think that it's happening because you're paranoid and schizophrenic? Like, you know, this could be an argument that you got, well, where did you get that info from? Tarot reader? You're like, really? You got that from a tarot reading. So you haven't seen me or anything like that. You just think that I might be talking to someone else, but have you seen it? No. So how do you know? I watched your tarot readings or someone's tarot readings, and I found out the fact that you might be talking to one of these people. But I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. I mean, it's like Punch and Judy show. It could be someone that's like really paranoid, and you're like, fuck that, bruv. I can't get mixed up with paranoia. You're going to start making me believe shit now that isn't even true. Tarot isn't about having a general reading and not paying for it, right? And just putting two and two together and thinking, okay, it's like the Twat Flame saga. Right at the beginning, people said, you've only got one Twat Flame, that's it, one. And then the Karmics started coming up. Okay, let's do messages about the Karmics. They brainwashed that many people that when they come here, people just dislike me because I'm kind of like, that's absolute fabricated bullshit. People do not manifest. It's called retrograde, right? And it's called people coming back into your energy. But how can I stop and cut the cords? Bullshit, can't do it. How can I run from karma? Bullshit, you can't do it. The karmic bitch that's with him that's stopping me? Bullshit. Okay, they might be, but you're blaming, right? Unfair. It's unfair, right? When you get retrograde, right, what does it do? It's about addiction, right? 9 is an addiction because it's in a need for help, okay? A cry for help. I need some help, right, here. Why can't nobody help me? Okay, so when retrograde comes, retrograde is the heroin. Before retrograde is the coming off the heroin, right? So if you're a heroin addict, between retrograde and retrograde, you've become clean or single, or you've had an argument, and then it lasts right up until retrograde comes, and then they come back into your energy. Why? So why do people do that? Okay, listen. Because of the locked-in emotions that you failed to see about yourself, that brings it all back up, that triggers off a memory and a feeling, and that's why we have retrograde. Because if you have someone that comes back during retrograde and it triggers you off and you get all emotional, baby, over things, that's because you've got hidden secrets and desires of feelings and emotions that have been suppressed and locked into your psyche and into your gut here that you can't recognize. So the only way you can recognize that is when someone comes back to piss you off or make you upset or very vulnerable. Because you're like, why did this happen to me? Right? Because it's shame, it's guilt, it's like everything that comes up. It's called the purge, right? The moon, it eclipses out the feelings that come up. Retrograde comes back around, makes something happen that you get very emotional about. You split up and then it keeps coming back around and around and around. It's because you cannot run or hide from any feeling or emotion. You can't. When you're spiritual, well, ever really, but when you're spiritual, 100% more so. Because you'll feel it coming back around. You'll feel something about to happen, right? That's the purge of emotion. That is retrograde. That is when that comes back, that triggers me off and makes me think about that shit that I don't want to think about. The circumstance of the arguments, the resentment, the blame, the arguing, the unable to move forward. So it brings it up until that is all out and dealt with. Of all the times that you've suffered by blocking things out, the more that will just keep happening. If you don't get any action during retrograde, think yourself lucky because you've dealt with a load of stuff. You've actually dealt with it. Okay? Because nothing comes back. You're like, well, why don't I ever get any action during retrograde? You think yourself lucky, right? Because you've done work on yourself, okay, and there is nothing else to purge, okay? If there's no anger, there's no aggression, nothing to purge out, okay? So there's no split up, there's no arguments, okay? There's no wondering about will we ever get back together or won't we? Are they doing this and are they not doing that? What are they doing when they're not around me? Are they seeing someone else? Okay, did retrograde bring the other person back and they've just run back off with their ex? Is that what they're doing without me communicating, without actually not really knowing what they're doing? Because I'm thinking about them, but I can't communicate with them because someone may have blocked them or rejected the offer and said no, and I don't like being told no, so I'm going to block you out and not do anything, right? So I hope that my fan, my greatest fan that's vibrating in the corner there, hasn't distracted you, Scorpio. And my microphone not being close enough, so I'm going to have to alter the thing there. But, anyway, if you want to join, this will be on Patreon, okay? And we go down like this, but it'll be on Patreon. It'll be on the full access bundle and also the silver. So the silver and the full gold tier. Sorry, silver and gold tier. Sorry, bronze. Oh my God, I'm so sick of saying this every single day. Bronze, silver, and gold. They're all open now. For your 12 monthly signs and numerology and your partner, you get all 12. Watch them for as long as you like. Get all of the information you want. And then watch the astrology and also numerology. That is $2 or $3. It really doesn't cost much. You get access to all of those 12 for a whole month, no matter when you join. If you want more than that, then you'll need the silver or the gold. And the silver is all of the monthlies, all of the weeklies that are continuously churned out. If you're not seeing them on here, it's because they're on Patreon, okay, because I change things up all the time. You want the gold tier, there's teaching videos that are 75 on the gold tier, okay? So I'm going to do your full table spread and clarify everything for your reading. And then if you want the join button is $2 or $3. It is different than Patreon, but that gives you personal readings when I go live. So if you've joined and you come up when I go live, mostly every other night, you can ask me a question. If you're in green, Steve, my name is, this is my question. Can you give me a couple of 3 cards just to let me know what's going to happen? Bam, there you go. Next person, next person, next person, next person. And we try to churn through them all throughout the month, okay? That's below. That is the join button. So thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for all the like, share, comment, subscriptions. Please make sure that you try and get Scorpios up there a bit and watch it, okay? Try not to be resentful, okay? If it doesn't relate, watch a different reading, okay? All right, guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.